Well, hello there, virtual EN100 students. Just popping in to kind of go over what we talked about today, but mainly went over the syllabus. I'm only going to hit the key points that you need to know about in the syllabus. There's a lot of stuff that CMO requires me to put in there for legal reasons, but we're not going to talk about those to hit the grade 6. So let's get into it. I'm currently updating the syllabus as well because CMO said, here's some new stuff you need to throw in here. But here's the syllabus, and I'll post the copy I gave to everybody on Classroom here after a while. But here is the syllabus. We don't need to talk about all this. You do have a textbook is over there. I'm going to be passing out the textbooks tomorrow. Whenever y'all finally get back to class, I'll give you your textbook. The textbooks are $50. Back here is the textbook right here. It looks like this, except it doesn't have a post-it note on it. But they are $50 if you mess them up. If you keep them in good shape, they don't cost you any money. But if you mess it up, if you damage it in any way that severely, it'll cost you $50. Let's keep going down to here. Talk about the course content. You were right. 3 major essays over the course of the semester. These essays will be a literacy narrative, an observation essay, and an informative essay. For your final, you'll compile a portfolio of your work from the semester and create an introduction reflecting on what these pieces have taught you. There will be minor assignments, short writings, class discussion, etc. that will aid in completing these major essays. Each major essay will formally undergo a recursive writing process which will require multiple drafts and peer review. Peer review is required. It is for a grade. If you decide not to do it or participate, then you get a 0. I recommend not doing that because there's not a lot of points available. As mentioned, the 3 major essays will have 3 drafts. The first draft will be submitted to the instructor, moi, for feedback and an initial grade. So I'll actually grade your first draft. I'll do a formal grading of your first draft, and I'll let you know certain things you need to focus on as you go forward, because often people are kind of off the mark. After the first draft, I will be able to help kind of focus you in more on what you need to be doing. The second draft will be submitted to your classmates for peer review. We're going to do in-class peer review. We're going to do a writer's workshop in which you will have to read your essay to the other 2 people in your group. I've found that was more beneficial for me when doing it through my master's program, so we're going to go with that way of doing it. But participating in it, you get 20 points for participating in peer review, and then you will submit a third draft back to me for a final grade. I'll take the higher of the 2 grades. I'll be grading this holistically, where I kind of take the average of the areas of focus, organization, style, development, correctness, and references. Only one of these essays that you have will have references, which is the informative essay, and then the portfolio technically has references as well. But we'll talk about that once we get there. This is important since this is a college grade. The majority of the points available will come in the second half of the semester. Your final grade will be determined by a cumulative average of the points available throughout the semester, not the average of your 2 quarter grades like it has been in the past. Because how CMO has it structured, you only have like 200-ish points in the first quarter and more like 600-ish points in the second quarter. And so it's not really fair to kind of average those 2 together. In all college classes, all that matters is the semester grade. It's not the averaging of the 2 quarters. There are 3 categories of grades. You have classwork, homework, and major essays. Classwork is worth 5 to 10 points. Homework is worth 10 to 20 points. Major essays will be worth 200 points. The majority of what your grade will be determined on how you do on these 4 essays. Your major essays will be graded using a holistic rubric, which we've already talked about. There you have your different grading scales. You have your high school grading scale and your college grading scale. They are slightly different. There is a chance that you might have an A in college but a B in high school, and you might have a B in college and a C in high school, et cetera, et cetera. I will offer some optional assignments that should be about 2 to 3 percentage points that would help get you back, make your high school grade and your college grades match. Last but not least, we have the academic honesty stuff. This is talking about plagiarism. Do not plagiarize. You are in college. If you are plagiarizing, I can actually make you have to go through the formal process and get you kicked out of college. And it causes us a lot of headache and pain to plagiarize. I'm not going to kick you out of college because you are technically a college freshman. But with that said, I will give you a 0 and you're not allowed to make it up. And that will make you the maximum grade that you can get in the class, probably a D. So the easiest thing to do is not to plagiarize. So please, 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 please do not plagiarize. All right. I'm updating this because Simo has a couple extra things I need to add to it. So I'll post that to Classroom later. If you have any questions for me, please email me pdavidson@portugal.k12.mo.us. And I look forward to y'all coming back to class soon. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.